What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another run here on American Truck Simulator. Today's paint job is from Pauly, although in the Steam Workshop it shows up in a search for Ukiah. It is the black and green custom paint, metallic, and it's kind of a trippy paint here. It's got that chameleon thing, so depending on your angle, it shows up as black, and then you move and it'll show up as green, as you can see as I highlight around. So really nice looking paint here. It does have that metallic look to me anyway, so hopefully you guys enjoy this one. You know, give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, or one of those shaky hand, are you on the fence 50-50 with it. I was gonna run electric blue today, but I saw this one, decided to run that. So also, as you can see, I still have the chrome ducky on the hood here. I'm liking my little rubber ducky, so I'm gonna leave that one there. Not too many other changes, but today's load is going to... Now, I had this pronunciation earlier, and I know I'm gonna screw it up. It's Ukiah? Yeah, I know I'll get corrected if I did it wrong. But once I get on the road here, I'm gonna pull out and I'm gonna just shut up for a little bit and let you guys enjoy the sounds of the truck here, the Cummins N14 600. I do have it bolted up to a 14 or 13 speed today, so no 18 speed. Went with a different gearing on it. It's 3.38 if I remember correctly, where the 18 was 3.58. So we'll see what I get out of it. 53-foot container on the back, part of the 53-foot container pack found in the Steam Workshop, as well as my Google Docs spreadsheet. So time for me to shut up. Let's get rolling. Try to get you guys some more quiet time so you can listen to the exhaust and the truck go. I know you guys really, a lot of guys here, they enjoy that. So, as you saw back there at the interchange as well, that is part of the iFix pack that I have also in the Google Docs spreadsheet. Found it at Modland, I'm sure it can be found other places. And it has 4 different interchanges in it. And as you saw, that one back there was one of them on the I-15 Barstow. Normally in-game, that's that dead-end road that we're on here, and you're waiting a half hour for the AI traffic to disappear so you can make your turn to go left towards Barstow. That is replaced with a whole new interchange. I believe the interchange going into Los Angeles is also fixed. Although I haven't been there yet, I will have to make a note to get over there so you guys can see that. Also, it puts in a cloverleaf interchange at 580 and 80 over there in Reno. Recently, SCS updated that, and they took the stoplights out, but they lowered the speed limit. So you're cruising along at, what, 65, and all of a sudden you have to slow down to 35. This takes all that out and puts in a cloverleaf interchange. And I honestly can't remember off the top of my head what the other 2 interchanges are. But I know there's 2 more interchanges. Oh, one is in Prim. The cross section, or crossroad right there, when you're going to the chem station, I think it is, or the refinery that's down that road, and the other direction is the truck shop, as well as a Walmart or Walmart. puts in a regular overpass, off-ramp, on-ramp deal as well. So all total, 4 new interchanges. Takes out a few trouble spots, in my opinion, and it's well worth it. So check it out. It's on Modland, but the link is still in my Google Doc spreadsheet. I do put that a little higher on the priority list, so any sound files, like the SoundFix 15.3 version, I have that top. And after that, your mod, like MHA Pro and others would go up there. I would put this above MHA Pro, so it's got to be kind of up there in my opinion, from what I have experienced. So we're still waiting for multiplayer. Here it is, Saturday morning, and it's still not released yet. Hopefully this weekend. I have been kind of trolling around the Truckers MP forum, and I've got into it with a couple of people, but because I usually don't post there. There's only so much of the whole brown-nosing, nut-swinging people that I can take, and it's kind of turned into, when people talk politics with me, I get a headache. I get migraines or whatever. I can't deal with it. And that's what I'm getting from people that are there. And I find it pretty pathetic, to be quite honest. I know they enjoy multiplayer. I know it's only one person apparently that does all this, which I find asinine in my opinion, but you know, I think someone needs to delegate or learn how to delegate with others. And I know it's all volunteer. You know, no one's getting paid, which I kind of find highly doubtful. There's got to be some kind of money rolling in, because servers out of his own pocket with no financial backing, that dude's got to have some money then. But anyway, you know, I really have zero patience for people that have the blinders on or have drank the Kool-Aid like these people have. You know, oh, we'll gladly wait a month for the update to come out. You're awesome. No one say anything bad. He's doing it on his own. You're ungrateful. No, we're not ungrateful. We're just based in reality, in my opinion. And the post I had made, you know, it wasn't so much complaining. It was stating facts and you know, making a statement on what I think. And of course, it was construed as I'm complaining, whining, and crying. And I got into it with one of the guys there, and finally the admin had to step in and delete a couple of posts. But Texas Lone Star, or whatever the hell his name was, you know, looking at his profile, he's older than me, but he acted like he was an 18-year-old, or not even 18, you know, a 13-year-old kid. And you know, he even said himself, you know, I'm going to stop now. You know, should I even reply? No, I'm not going to, because then it's going to turn into a ridicule rage argument. Well, he ended up doing the exact same thing he was worried that it was going to turn into. And he called what I said invalid. And basically what I said was, whoever is doing this, the 1, 2, 3, or 8 people, whatever, that are doing the mod, they've had the update as long as we have, at least. You know, it was public beta. Both ETS2 and ATS were in public beta for over a week before the update went live. And I'd be surprised if SCS didn't float them a copy of the beta before it went public. I know there were people out there that were testing it. You know, there are beta testers out there. So if they didn't have any of those copies, I'm going to be honestly surprised, and in my opinion, someone from over there at Truckers MP needs to be talking to SCS saying, hey, you know, help us out here. They represent SCS, whether they like it or not. You know, it's being advertised as a multiplayer for ETS2 and ATS. It would be in both of their best interests to work together, because people are buying these games and playing them solely so they can go online. And if they're not going my opinion, it would be wise for these two groups to work together. I want to think that they do. I mean, SCS hasn't. Oh, you dumb. I should totally run into your ass. Anyway. But apparently, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the inner workings and the relationship between Truckers MP and SCS. But anyway. So I stated that, you know, he's had the update for a flippin' week, and there's still nothing to show for it. I suggested, at the very least, once the update comes out, or once he's getting ready to go to work on it, him or someone else talking for him can release a post saying, hey, alright, here's the update, it's coming out, here's what we have to do to make sure to get up to speed with this update. We're going to have to change this, we have to remove that, we have to add this, you know, whatever. That would really help a lot of people out so they're not going on the forum. Where's it at, and crying and complaining and whatever. People like to be in the know, not left in the dark. Only to get condescending and arrogant comments from people on the forum protecting the guys who, you know, develop ATSMP. And, well, just downgrade your game or don't play. You know, seeing that posted so damn much, I found to be rather annoying. And seeing the posts over and over. Oh, I'm gonna go donate. I love this guy. I love this. You know, it was nothing but a brown nose, nut swinging party. And you know, not only was I laughing and shaking my head and thinking how pitiful some of those people are, I also felt myself getting a headache. And so I decided to make my comment, and of course it didn't go over well with at least one person, maybe more. And we get into it, and finally a moderator has to step in and delete a couple of his and delete one of mine, and then someone else came on there. God damn, I'm tired of these people whining and crying and, you know, lock this goddamn thread and this and that. Well, of course, you know, his thread doesn't get blocked or his post doesn't get removed. But my reply to him saying, hey, you can always just ignore those people. Put them on ignore. That way you don't see the posts anymore. That gets removed. So it's, in my opinion, a site that I'm not going to go to very often for anything, really. You know, I might do truck in a month, and that's about it. The people that are there, both staff as well as members, are not people I really want to deal with. If there are going to be nut swingers and brown nosers, as well as those who are going to go show preference to some and over, you know, over others, you know, I'm not going to agree with that either. What's good for one is good for the other. Hence a reply comment I made to someone, you know, they were basically trying to defend them and the developers, and I said, look, I know what I said. He's like, well, you better watch your words and rethink how you say it. And I said, no, I know exactly what I said. I know exactly how I said it, and I still stand by it. You don't do something like this and expect to only get positive feedback. You can't have one without the other. You're gonna get both. And if someone is not ready for that, if they don't want to see it, they don't want to hear it, well, then they need to stop what they're doing. You know, and of course that one got ignored. It passed right over. Some people liked it, but you know, that's what I'm just finding amazing is that's how they want to look at it. And we got a backup. That guy stopped so short, I almost ran in the back of him. because that Nissan up there slammed on its brakes as soon as the light turned yellow. I think they ought to rework the AI here. Here in America, the light turns yellow, and 9 times out of 10, the people are gunning it and racing through the light. But yeah, I mean, if you guys haven't been over to Truckers MP, I would probably say don't go. Go to the website to update your MP. Other than that, don't even bother going to the forums. It's pretty annoying and pretty pathetic in my opinion. Some of the people that are there that call it home. Not everyone. And I know there's more to the site that I haven't seen, so maybe that won't be there, but at least in this one post, this one area where everyone was praising the powers that be, the developers, you know, and that was my status update. I think I need to start handing out towels because some people have some stuff on their nose. I mean, I was genuinely shocked. It was page after page after page of 1 or 2 posts saying, you know, what the hell, where is it? And then 10, 11, 12 posts of stop whining, stop crying, just be patient, downgrade, downgrade. And I said, if this was any other update, downgrading, okay, fine, I'll do it. But this is California. This is advanced coupling. And I guess the Europeans are happy that it's also flags, window flags or whatever. Ooh, oh boy, big whoop-de-doo, who cares? But, I mean, if it was anything else, okay, fine, but I don't want to give up Arizona, and I don't want to give up advanced coupling, I don't want to give up having the world market or the exchange market that's been added now that ATS has had for a long time, so telling people on ATS to downgrade is a slap in the face. You're telling them give up everything, you know, give up a whole new state and everything else that's come with it. And plus, when you also factor in the mods, how some of them are not interchangeable between 1.2 and 1.3, that's even more of a headache. Granted, it isn't going to matter because you're only going on multiplayer with it, and chances are if you're going to go back to single player, you're probably going to upgrade anyway. But it's annoying going back and forth like that between multiplayer and single player, so I'll stay here on 1.3, thank you. I'll enjoy Arizona, I'll enjoy advanced coupling, I'll enjoy the new torque converters, as you guys saw in my live stream. I probably would have stalled the damn truck out with, what, 35 or 39,000 pounds of gravel, but I was able to ride the clutch to get it up the hill, so I will stick with all that, thank you, and forgo going on multiplayer. And I know there could be the whole bite the hand that feeds you, you know, I'm making fun of multiplayer, or I'm talking down about the people who are there at the forum, or, you know, whatever. And not necessarily, I'm talking down about the people who are there swinging on the nuts of those others at the forum, because I find them completely annoying and pathetic. But as far as the mods and the developers and, you know, those who are doing what they do to bring us ATSMP, I'm not necessarily talking down, criticize a little bit, you know, communication could be better. I mean, if indie game developers, even modders here in ATS, are willing and able to talk to their people, their fans, skinners, you know, here's what I'm working on, or you know, they give that information as well if asked. You know, if these people, who many are doing it for free, on their own time, you know, that's their enjoyment. If they're able to do it, why can't someone here get on the phone or send an email, and then someone else could post it for them? I don't know. It's just to me, it's common courtesy. That's just the way it's always been for me. You know, I'm customer service minded when it came to everything I've done, from delivering caskets to working in the used oil industry with the customers I had, which were some pretty big customers here in Chicagoland area. Midwest, you know, sized car dealerships and Jiffy Lube chains where they would have 40 or 50 stores. Valvoline that was spread out between 5 states. You know, I dealt with some customers where if I really wanted to, I piss off the right person and we're losing that account. So, you know, communication, in my opinion, is key, and it is something that is really needed between the people who are providing the service, in this case ATSMP, Truckers MP, and those who are using it. So if they want to make it easier on the mods, on the administrators over on the forum, then just put out that post saying, hey, this is what we're doing, this is what we have going on, and maybe just give a ballpark ETA. We hope to have this done by such and such date, but you know, we'll have to see how it goes. Leave themselves that opening, that wiggle room. You know, don't say, oh, it's going to be done on Saturday at noon. No, just say, we hope to have it ready by the end of such and such date, Saturday, the 11th. But that could change. And now we're on the new section of highway here. I'll tell you what, it's nice seeing a new section here. It looks so much better than what you would see on the coast-to-coast map. Pulling into town here. Oh crap, that's actually an off-ramp. I thought it was just an intersection. Oops. Well, there you go. Getting into Ukiah. Getting into town here, it's an off-ramp, not an intersection, like Prim is. Well, now it's a off-ramp, but yeah, I'm enjoying the way this whole setup looks, and I never really expected SCS to put out something that looks as dull and copy and paste like as Coast to Coast. So I'm just glad it looks, you know, so well, and the terrain. You know, they've gone along with what you might see when you're going up there, so I like how the terrain changes as you go throughout the state. The terrain as well as the foliage, the trees and the plants and things like that. It's a nice touch and detail, in my opinion. Now, I did look up this town on Wikipedia just to see if the pronunciation, and I'm still getting it wrong, I'm still butchering it, I know, but it's I'm a little surprised they put the town in. I mean, it's only a town of like 15,000. That caddy SUV scared the crap out of me. I thought she was pulling out in front of me. As you guys saw on the live stream, that's what actually happened. I'm cruising down the highway and a car merged over into my trailer, as if the trailer wasn't even there. But the town only has like 15,000 people. It's not a big town. You can wait for me, buddy. Here we go, over the mountain speed bump. God damn, why is this thing so damn tall? I'm glad this isn't a corner store. I was worried that it was going to be. But this is an actual large supermarket. Ah, that's got me parking right there next to the upright. That's good. That gives me more space to work with instead of putting me all the way over on the other side. Now, I think in the other episodes that are coming up here, I'm probably going to start toying around. Yes, I know you're tired. Have a monster, you'll be fine. I'm going to start toying around with some different motors as well. Just to see what kind of sounds I can get out of them. I do have the real engines and sounds pack. I believe that really only works for the stock SCS trucks, not the W900, but the 680 as well as the 579, and that's not looking right. Did I turn that trailer too much? Yeah. That's not where that trailer goes. Okay. Readjust my chair here. I hate being on rollers. I need to fix that. Alright, this is looking better. Now I can still see the flashing white lines. I'm going to stay inside the cab here. I'm going to do inside the cab. Oh, come on, turn over. Now, this is one thing I like about having head tracker. I can lean forward and adjust my view in the mirror, just like you do in the real world when you're backing into spots. And that is about right where I want it to be. Now I can just pull up, straighten it out. And there we go. Now, how about that? You know, I use third person and it takes me 10 minutes to freaking park. Go inside the cab and boom, done, perfect. And I think this actually looks like it's better than it would be via the third person. But that's going to do it for right now. Time to drop this trailer, get my driver some sleep. So I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys hanging around through that whole rant and rave about the Truckers MP and the forums. So thanks for watching. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subscribes. And also don't forget, tomorrow Sunday test drive with the Pete 579 and the extra mods for. So until tomorrow, thanks for watching. Take it easy.